Top of the top to my good people, man. I hope everybody doing well. You know, on this good, blessed Monday, the second day of the month. Yesterday was the first Sunday of the month, and I hope everybody walked in this month in a new mind state with new doors opening up, standing on courage, honor. As for me, you know, I'm still doing the same, you know, praising the Lord and thanking him every day because he is my strength and refuge. You know, without him, I wouldn't be doing none of this, man. And I just thank him, man. That's all I can do is just thank him. But on another note, yeah, it's your boy, man. I'm back with some more content and just basically continuing from my last reel. Like, yeah, the lady was no good at that place, so, you know, she wasn't cutting my nails. My nails just happened to just grow longer and longer, getting more yellower because of the fungus and getting started to ingrown because, you know, that's what happens when you don't cut your nails. So, you know, when I came to the hospital, you know, this hospital, I was here for about a month and a half and they still wasn't doing nothing. Until I started really like speaking up and kind of like speaking stern, then they was like, oh, you know, they started getting some help because at first, I ain't gonna lie, oh, I'll do it, and nothing would never come, you know. And I was just like, you know what, I'm tired of this. You feel me? I started, you know, praying, asking God for the, you know, the understanding and the knowledge, and he did just that and gave it to me, and boom, I finally got it done. They called a podiatrist. A podiatrist is a professional doctor that cuts nails, and usually it's just your toenails. And some dude came, he cut my toenails and everything, and he said my nails were starting to ingrow, you know, in my skin. And I was like, it was hard to believe that because if so, that means I would have been bleeding, you know. And he only said that because he cut me. So when he was like, oh, I'll be back, he was supposed to come back and clean everything up. He never came back because he knew he did something wrong, you feel me? And for me, I was like, you know what, I can complain and say something else, but, you know, what is that going to do? So I just was grateful for the fact that, you know, they were cut, even though, you know, they weren't to my liking, but he cut them. You know, I got some pictures and some footage that I'll show you if he look horrible to me. You feel me? Horrible. Yeah, it can be worse, but, you know, I just thank God he did it, you know. Today makes my 100th day at this place, you know, and I just pray God, man, finds me a better place, man. Hopefully, you know, with everything going on with me, I hope, you know, within God's will, everything will come out on top and I'll be good. You know, I won't have to worry. Well, I'm not worrying about nothing. You feel me? I'm not worrying. Just to be all the way transparent, yeah, I do have a little nervousness, but you know, that's natural. You feel me? That's human. But overall, you know, hey, like, this will be going on, you know, this will exactly what be going on. Not only that, you know, I also caught a pressure ulcer on the top of my foot, you feel me, because, you know, of me being paralyzed, you feel me. Like I said, I can only move my legs and my toes and my feet, you know, a certain way. So it's like when I'm turned in position right, like if I'm not moving my feet out the way and my feet just stand like that, it causes, you know, a bed sore, which I end up getting on the top of my foot. Like, I got a picture of that too. I'll show y'all. It's actually a lot better than what it is, the one that I'll go show. But overall, you know, hey, you know, just got to keep pushing. Keep pushing. That's all you can do. Never give up. Never give up. Always put your faith and your strength into the Lord because he is your strength and refuge. You feel me? Just like it say in Philippians, you feel me? 4:13. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So that's just what it is, you know. I'm not gonna lie, just opening up about my situation in general, I was literally embarrassed, ashamed, because, you know, like, I didn't have the proper people around me that I required to be around me to show me and make me feel loved. Yes, I did have a chosen few people around that was family, you know, my mama, my dad, my stepfather, you know, my brothers, you know, my aunties, nieces and nephews, but other people that I wanted around, you feel me, that I consider family, you know, wasn't around. And that right there itself was like, wow. Like, when I was up on my feet, pulling up, cutting hair, you know, braiding hair, or doing whatever I needed to do for them, you feel me, everything was, you know, gravy. Now it's like, I'm a nobody. But, you know, when you go through something detrimental, man, you find out who really in your corner, man. I did 7 years, 10 months in the pen, so, and if y'all don't know what the pen is, I mean prison, but overall, it's the same thing there. I chose a few people writing me and putting money on my books and sending me packages and stuff like that, but I still, seen the real, and I started to realize it, slowly but surely. But going through this right here, it has really strengthened me and built character and honor, and courage. And again, I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the Lord. So I just thank him every day, I thank him every day, and I hope y'all do the same, man. Don't never give up on yourself or give up on nobody you truly love. That's true love and compassion, You may not think you can help them, but the Lord will help them, and the Lord will help you help them as well, especially if it's in his will. If it's God's will, he'll definitely do that. But yeah, I'll show y'all some, some pictures and some footage of my, everything I got, so y'all can see what I'm going through, and you see my testimony. Without a test, there's no testimony, but everybody has a testimony. Everybody has a story, you feel me? You just got to hear it, and mine's haven't ended yet. I'm just in another chapter, but I'm going to keep doing this and keep pushing on this new journey and trusting the Lord, because this new journey is basically going to make the best version of me, and I wouldn't want anything better to be the best version of me. That way, the Lord can have me helping others, man, because I know right now I'm helping others. It's people that's in the closet that won't come out on their downfalls and what they're going through, but I hope this will encourage and inspire them. But hey, the worst has yet happened, and for me, I feel like this could be the worst for me, but no, it can get worse than this. But for the most part, yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I hope y'all continue liking, sharing, and commenting, to get the awareness out, because it definitely needs to be out in the world, man. This definitely can help a lot of people. But I appreciate y'all, man. Peace and blessings, enjoy the rest of y'all day, and God bless y'all. Love y'all.